know how, but you did it.
Whether your pregnancy was planned or not, no one came to this world prepared. You were just born and never told what to expect in this world. As you grow, parents can only give good advice or put you on the right path. But the final forming of your character lies in your own hands. Yes, you must respect and listen to your parents because God commanded you to do so, and it's something that pleases Him. But the reality is, it is just you against the world. You have your own purpose gene that not even your parents know about it. Jean Paul said, I'm quoting, "Man is nothing else but what he makes of himself." I say you can make nothing of yourself if you're not connected to your Creator. You can only harmoniously act and exist in a certain way as God purposed it. If you divert from God's purpose about your life, then there will be a conflict between your physical you and your spiritual you. Remember, to be in the physical is to be in the spirit, because a human being is a spiritual being. And to be in the spirit is to be in self-awareness that is aligned with the purpose why you exist. Self-awareness will make you live a more fulfilling life. It will help you to know your space and occupy it. The fundamental thing is to understand that the journey of your life is very personal. That is why sometimes you will hear that the child of the president, a minister or priest is on drugs or just living an obstinate life. With all the money at home, good parents and everything. This proves that a human being is authentically, purposefully, categorically, unequivocally, and conclusively formed. Your journey of life is not connected to how you are born or your family background for that matter. In your family, you are you. In the community that you live in, you are you. You are not your community. You are not your family. You are you in that community. We can come from the same family, same background, same everything. But our journey of life will be totally different. So now the big question is, how do you specifically operate in this world that you are not prepared for? How do you find your purpose? To answer that question, the Bible in the book of Jeremiah chapter 1 verse 5, it says, "I knew you before I formed you in your mother's womb." Here God was speaking to Jeremiah, who was called to deliver a message that was both difficult and unwelcomed. God called Jeremiah to proclaim Jerusalem's coming destruction by invaders from the north, because Israel had forsaken God by worshipping the idols of Baal and burning their children as offerings to Baal. When God called Jeremiah to ministry, he was very young, very, very young. And Jeremiah, considering his youth, wanted to rebel against the calling. He even complained about it and said preaching was like a burning fire shut up in his bones. Then you ask yourself, why God chose a young boy? Why Jeremiah? Because there were other prophets like Zephaniah, Habakkuk, and then there was another prophetess by the name of Huldah who was also there. God chose Jeremiah because he knew about the dynamic personality Jeremiah possessed. He knew him in his mother's womb and proposed him for the specific mandate. Coming to you, you were purposed before you were born. Don't ever doubt that truth. The scripture I've just shared should remind you that it was God before your existence. It all started with God. You were in God's mind before you were conceived. Therefore, it is an abomination to try and understand your journey of life outside God. It is a total disgrace. Your existence is founded in God. As I said, that life is a spiritual journey that needs a purpose. There is no way that you can find purpose for your journey of life outside the relationship with God. You need to seek direction for your journey of life from God. Sometimes you get so overwhelmed by life circumstances simply because God, who should be your cornerstone, is eliminated from your journey of life. It is indispensable to understand that it was not about you right from the beginning. No. It was not about you right from the beginning. It is not about you now. And it will never be about you even tomorrow. You were purposed before you were born to accomplish a mandate, the mandate God has for you. And for that mandate to be accomplished, you have to make God your cornerstone. In the book of Colossians, chapter 1, verse 16, I'm reading from the Message version. It says, for everything, absolutely everything, above and below, visible and invisible, everything started with God. It started in Him and find its purpose in Him. So it was not about you. It was about God. Right before the formation of your futures. Not about you. It was about God. David affirmed this in Psalm 139 verse 16. David affirmed this, that God's eyes saw his substance being yet unformed. I like to encourage by saying, you don't just exist. Your existence was purposed before you were born. God knows you. You have nothing to fear. You have nothing to worry about. Heaven calls you by your name. It does not matter what life throws at you. Run to God, not against Him. If it started with God, it must end with Him. God knows how to work things together for your good. He knows how to manipulate situations on your favor. He is God the Almighty One. Allow God to direct you. Unfortunately, your life, the journey of your life, cannot be Googled. You'll never find it on Google Map. Ask God, God, what is my purpose? What is my journey? Connect yourself with God and start living a purposed life. Because life without a purpose is a dead life. From me, Zandi M, stay blessed and look out for my next upload. God bless you.